package today from this company called Gripforce products. And what this is if you have a Glock like this, or any Glock, this is a Glock 26. This is one of my primary carry firearms. This is Generation 3. This Glock is really running good. And as you can see, there ain't much done to it. It's pretty much all stock. Even the takedown tabs are still stock. I would like to change them. I just haven't had time. Got around to ordering them. Only thing I've done to this so far is put that little plate on the back. The Glock 26 plate on the back of the gun looks pretty cool. Have a pinky extension magazine on there, which is pretty cool. And I really shouldn't be flipping this gun around because gotta make sure it's not loaded. Okay. What we're going to do is this awesome product from Gripforce. I'll put the link under the video right there, under there, and to their website if you guys are interested in getting these. What they do is they enhance the grip tang, gives it a little beaver tail. Okay, it actually looks really nice too. Now when you have a Glock 26, you could do it to any of your Glocks. Here's the kit. You just open it and you have a long one like this, and this one has these grooves in there if you like that kind. And then you have a one that is a little shorter like this, which will work on this is for the let me see, I think it says Gen 3 in there. Yeah, G3, so Generation 3, I guess that means G3, is that what that means? I'm not real familiar with these, I just know how to do it, okay? Now there's a way to put these on and make them permanent, and there's a way to put these on just to put them on and leave them on to see if you like it. You don't have to do the permanent way, you know, but you can just do it this way. There's a whole thing, okay? Alright, you get a bunch of pins here, as you can see, and they replace the pin in the Glock, and that pin holds in the trigger assembly, the housing inside. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one for my Glock 26. In order for it to fit properly for the Glock 26s, I'm going to use the smooth one because I like the smooth one. You put it on like this, and as you can see, it doesn't quite fit right. Okay, so I have to push real hard to get them holes to line up right. So to customize it for the Glock 26, I'm going to have to trim this, and then you will see this will fit in there a little nicer. How do you trim it? Well, you get yourself a pair of good scissors or Tinsman snips. If you have a pair of these come in real handy. These Weiss snips, I use them for everything. But if you can use these, I'm going to try these because you can just see better. How about you put your glasses on? And okay, now what you do is for a Glock 26 or a 27, you count down 5 rows of serrations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right there is where I want to start my cut to get it to fit better. And what I'll do is I'll start it right here, give it a little snip. Now I want to try to cut it as smooth as I can. Maybe these ain't strong enough. I want to cut it as smooth as I can without stressing out this part. Okay, so really pay attention. Okay, now I'm going to cut this way just to give me some relief. And just continue on, and I'm in that 5th row, like that. Start from this way now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. Right in between there. That. It's very simple, but you know how I am. I want it to look like I got it from the friggin' factory. And I'm going to show you how to make it look like you got it from the friggin' factory. Because a Glock's a great gun. It's not cheap. It's still a $600 gun, and you don't want to look like a hack. So there's the rough cut. So I'm going to hold it up. I got to look at it myself first. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. Not bad. Okay. It's not bad looking. Now I'm going to fine tune it. Now I'm going to show you how much better it fits in there. Look at that. Fits a lot better. Check out the edges. Make sure these are nice and smooth so you don't have to, I mean, you can file them too. You can really go nuts, okay? So that looks pretty good. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, now that it has a rough cut, I'm going to go over to my Scotch-Brite grinder and take off the rough edges and start giving it some kind of shape. Okay, hold on. Alright, now what you got here is, this is a 3-inch grinder. You can get these at Harbor Freight. This was like 50 bucks, and it has a speed dial, it's variable speed. And this has a stone on this side for grinding harshly, which we will not even use that because we're grinding plastic. And I don't even like to use the grind, we're shaping plastic. So I'm going to use the Scotch-Brite wheel. The Scotch-Brite wheel will take off enough that I need, okay, and to get it in the shape that I want. So we're going to start that up right now. Oh yeah. And I'm just going to start shaping this. Now, it looks pretty damn good to me. Now how I know it looks good, I'm looking at my starting point, the first, getting camera here, I'm looking at my starting point, the first tooth, and I'm coming around and I'm looking at the distance between the teeth all the way around to the last tooth, and it's just about perfect to me. Comes down, same distance, comes up, same distance. Just at the bottom of the first tooth where it's flush, coming around. Just at the bottom of the first tooth where it's flush, and also rounded the corners off. As you can see, they're rounded off. And this Scotch-Brite pad is perfect. Now what I'll do is, to really give it a finished look, is go over to my cotton buffer and finish it off. So what I do have is a Dremel. And what you could do with your Dremel is put your Dremel in a vise with padded vise, and it'll act like a stationary buffer. It's a good idea, it works really well. So here's the Dremel, it's just in a vise. The vise is holding the Dremel, okay? And this is a cotton buffer, which will not take any material off. I'll spin this and I'll put this rouge, a little bit of rouge on there. And just dress it a little. It just helps with the smoothing it out, whatever you're working on. Put some of that on there. I'm just going to give it a nice polish it up a little bit, polishing up the edges. That's all it's for. And you don't want to go like this, you want to move it all in one direction. If you have a Dremel and you have a vise, you're good to go. Okay, there's the finished product. You guys can see that. This thing would friggin' focus for me. Oh man. Expensive camera, right? Well, you can see it don't look like it's hacked up. It's got a nice, smooth, nice and polished cut, and it's nice. All the edges are polished and buffed up, no sharp edges. Okay, now we're going to install it. Okay, one of the easiest ways to install this is, all you have to do is take this pin out of the back strap here. You don't have to take the slide off. Everything can stay on, but just always double check your gun. Make sure it's empty. Okay. Just get yourself a roll of tape, put it on top, and when I get my Glock tool, and that should fit in there. I should be able to push that right through. And it did, okay, right through. Now what I'll do is I'll put this okay, looks good. Just checking it out before I install it. Put this in the back, and I can see right on through there. Now you can try, there's two ways of doing it. You can put the pin in it first, stretch it over and snap it on both sides, or you could try to drive it right through. Try both sides because one side might be tapered. Yeah, I think one side is tapered. Okay, what I'll do is, you idiot, if I had my friggin' hammer ready, everything would be fine, but I didn't. Okay. What I would do is hold that in real good like that and just give this a tap. Okay, it missed it, but I still could stretch it. Look, this is what I mean by stretching it over. You could stretch it over and snap it in like that. See? I figure I'd just try to drive it straight through, but really the correct way is to put it in and stretch it over and snap it in. Now you'll notice that this pin will be sticking out farther than the other pin that was in there. So what you want to do is you want to center the pin. And it looks like a lot of trouble putting this on, but it's not, because I'm just showing you all the steps. It's really not a hard thing to do. I want to get the pin sticking out on both sides evenly, because you have to file them down just to give you how nice that looks. Gives you a nice, get your hand right up in there, tang there. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, now the pin is going to have a little edge on here, a little edge on here. So you get yourself some sandpaper or a emery board like this. Follow the shape of it. Go in one direction. Take your time. Try to just file the pin, not everything else. And wipe it off. You just want to contour it like this. You're just taking that edge off because you don't want to feel that in your grip when you're shooting a gun. A little bit more. Alright, flip it over and do the other side. Just repeat the process on the other side. Pretty easy. Follow the contour of the gun. Just want to put like a little 45 on this side. Like that. Now you'll see a light spot where you look like a scratch where you sand it. That's no problem. I'll show you what you do with that. Okay, if you're real picky, like I'm saying. If you're not real picky, then you're done already. I'm not done yet. This side feels perfect. This side, a little more has to come off this side. Damn, it's hot in here. Good old Glock shoots underwater, huh? I guess SpongeBob SquarePants carries a Glock. Scuff marks are gone. And that's it. It's on there. That's really all there is to it. See that? Now I got a little extra beaver tail on my Glock. Now what we will do is we will go shoot this to see if it affects my shooting for the better or for the worse. You know what I mean? But see how the oil took all the scuff marks away and made it look great. And that's it. We'll put the mag back in. Give you the full view of that. Glock 26. I'll take it to the range to see how it feels. It's supposed to give it like more of a 1911 angle, and see how my hand's right up and in there now. It just fills up this hole in your hand, gives you a little bit more support when you're shooting, and it does feel better. But I'll let you know. As far as the edges go, I don't see no reason to sand the edges because they're buffed and rounded off. It says in the directions you might want to sand the edges, but I really don't see a reason to. I think they're fine. I don't even feel anything. I mean, it feels great. There's no interruption in my grip at all. Nothing feels foreign to me when I put my hand around a gun. So we're going to see. So that's it. You can get these at Gripforce. That's what they're called, Gripforce products. and I will put their link under the video like I always do, and it's very, very reasonable.